You are taking a live look at Florida just west of Tampa, courtesy of Tradewinds Island Resort on St. Pete Beach this morning. And right now, the National Hurricane Center says Idalia just intensified. Cheetah was talking about this as well, to a Cat 4 hurricane as it heads towards the west coast of Florida.
Yeah, that's a major hurricane with potential wind speeds of up to 156 miles per hour. And while landfall is expected to take place this morning, Florida is already feeling the effects of the hurricane's outer bands. This is a look at the strong winds outside of a home in Marco Island.
And this is video from Treasure Island, just west of Tampa. Overnight, we watched as streets there started to flood in communities along the coast. Forecasters predict the storm surge from this hurricane could be deadly.
If you do choose to stay in one of the evacuation zones, first responders will not be able to get you until after the storm has passed.
I just feel like no one should probably stay at this point.
Being the caretaker of the oldest building in Cedar Key, I just feel kind of like I need to be here.
Several airports in Florida are closed due to the storm, including Tampa International. The FAA is warning that the impacts of those closures will likely be felt by air travelers.
Now, several organizations from Texas are already on the way to help Florida. Stephanie Whitfield is live in the newsroom this morning with that part of the story. Stephanie?
Yeah, we know what it's like to pick up the pieces after a natural disaster. So Texans, including several groups from Houston, will be on the ground in Florida today. Now, we have Chris Fontaine on the phone with us right now. He's with a nonprofit called Disaster Rescue Response Specialist Corps. And Chris, can you hear me? You left Houston yesterday. Where are you now?
We are just south of Osceola, actually at a rest stop off of I-10. We stopped short of going any further, realizing how much the storm is intensifying. And from experience, so we normally be on the dirty side because that's where we're needed the most. But with the storm intensifying so much, we wanted to stay on the clean side a little bit, so to say.
So what does it look like where you are now? You sent in some video this morning, so we're going to show that on the screen as well.
We're starting to get some wind, still outside of the tropical storm force winds right now. Still expecting the winds to pick up some here. A little bit of light rain, not bad. Some lightning in the distance, but like I said, still anticipating conditions to deteriorate pretty quickly here soon.
What kind of relief is your group prepared to offer this morning? And now that this storm is a Category 4, does that change your plans at all?
Not really. The mission still is to help the locals and help to help the local departments where needed. We're equipped with a flood and swiftwater rescue boat, flood and swiftwater rescue trained members, as well as chainsaws to go ahead and get the roads cleared as soon as possible from any trees that get down.
So I know that a lot of your volunteers are first responders, so I have one more question for you. How often does your group activate to help in natural disasters like this?
Pretty much the hurricane season is when we're most active, but we do get asked for assistance. We've assisted Texas AgriSearch with waterborne searches before. We were up in Alaska for the EF3 tornado. Sometimes it's a planned response like this, and sometimes it's a very quick response like on Alaska where it's an immediate need.
Well, we're thankful for what you're doing, and I know that this is a long day, so also grateful that you woke up early or are already up early to talk to us, but you stay safe today.
Thank you, ma'am.
And we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Yeah, we certainly appreciate him being up early with us, giving all of that important information. Stephanie Whitfield, live for us in the newsroom. Thank you. Idalia is set to make landfall shortly, and our Cheetah Craft has, of course, been keeping a close eye on the hurricane's path all morning long. Cheetah, what are you seeing right now?
Well, you can see a well-defined eye on our satellite imagery. Okay, that really started to develop yesterday as it reached major status at a Category 3. Now at Cat 4, that just happened at 4 a.m. this morning. Winds, maximum sustained winds at 130 miles per hour, but there could be gusts upwards of 150 miles per hour plus. Okay, so a very serious situation here right along the Big Bend area, moving around 17 miles per hour. So we are expecting landfall here, potentially maybe even in the next hour. We're going to watch this closely, but yeah, it's heading, once it makes landfall, it's still going to stay in that northeast path. What's really interesting about this, potentially even in South Georgia, they could be dealing with a Category 2 hurricane and even a tropical storm in South Carolina. So we're going to be monitoring very closely over the next 24 hours. I'll send it back to you, Steph.
It's incredible that it can stay that strong once it makes landfall. Cheetah, thank you. And you're taking another live look at Florida courtesy of Tradewinds Island Resort on St. Pete Beach. We're staying on top of the forecast throughout the morning, and we will, of course, bring you the latest both on air and online at KT.